Hello, and welcome to this presentation on how to find a job in uncertain times, information and tools for career planning. This presentation is brought to you by WorkSystems, the Workforce Development Board for the City of Portland, Multnomah County, and Washington County. As a Workforce Development Board, we work to develop the talent of our regional workforce to support the needs of our local economy. On screen, you'll see our mission statement, but in a nutshell, we provide services and training programs to help people find good jobs. These are the topics that we're going to cover in this presentation. So first, we're going to look at the 4 industries that you want to consider when looking for a job. And then we're going to look at the 5-step career planning process. When we think about where the jobs will be coming from out of the recovery and a bit longer term, we focus on 4 target industries. And I'll use this website, careersnw.org or Careers Northwest, to tell you a bit more about these industries. The 4 industries we focus on are construction, healthcare, manufacturing, and technology. We focus on these 4 because current demand for workers is high and will continue to be high. The jobs in these industries pay well, and in some cases there's free or subsidized training available to help prepare you to get a job in one of these industries. I'll walk through one of these pages to give you an idea of what you'll find there. So this is the page focused on technology. And the information provided here is really meant to help you determine whether or not the technology industry is a good fit for you. The page starts with a word cloud of the different positions that are available in the tech industry. So it's not just programmers, there's lots of other roles there. And then if I scroll down, there's some information about the region. So as a whole, there's close to 30,000 people employed in the region, not only at tech companies, but of course other companies as well, because tech is really involved in everything that we do now. By 2025, there should be about 3,000 new jobs, and the average wage for tech is quite high. It's about $83,000 per year. If I scroll down further, there's some information about the things or the traits that make the technology industry distinct. And so as you're thinking about whether or not you want to go into one of these industries, you want to look at these and see if it resonates with you, if it's a good fit. If I scroll down further, it talks about the knowledge, abilities, and skills that tech employers are looking for. Of course, if you don't have these right now, but you're interested in technology, these things can be developed so that you're a good fit. If I scroll down further, it takes you into the subcategories of the different jobs within the tech industry. And so if I click on one of these, I'll choose programming and software development. It will take me into a page that lists all of the different positions in this category. So you have software developers, applications, some summary information about each position. I'll cover this in a little bit more detail when we talk about the career planning process and how this information can be used. So I'll just go back to the industry page. So if I scroll down a bit, there's some additional resources to help you decide whether or not the tech industry is right for you. All the way on the left, we have linked to another website. It's called Portland Tech Jobs. There's a lot of information about this region and the different employers in the region as well as jobs. There's an info sheet which goes through some of the career pathways that you'll find in different categories of tech, as well as a list of local employers and some of the top occupations by education. And then lastly, there's a free e-learning course here that you can take that'll walk you through the decision-making process, whether or not you're a good fit for the particular industry. And then finally, if I scroll down, there's links to day in the life videos for certain positions. So you can use those to examine the different roles and see if they're a good fit for you. So each one of the 4 industries that I mentioned has a page like this. You just need to navigate to industries and then you can select one. The information there is very similar to what's here on the tech one, but it's specific to that industry. And you can visit careersnorthwest.org to explore these industries and jobs in more detail on your own. Okay, so with that said, we can talk about the career planning process. And so you might be thinking, what do I do with all of this information? So choosing a career is an important decision, and we think you'll have better results if you spend some time planning. And so we recommend this 5-step process for career planning. The first step is getting to know yourself. So in this step, you should write a list of your top soft skills. These are non-technical skills that relate to how you do your work. Things like being adaptable, having empathy, and being a good team player. You should also write a list of your top hard skills. These are specific knowledge and abilities, like being able to use a specific computer program or knowing how to manage a project. Understanding your values would also be helpful. For example, if you know that you're easily bored and need a lot of variety in your job, this will help you choose the right career. And so there are many quizzes and assessments online that can help you determine your values, interests, or personality type. Just remember that the results of these quizzes should be considered with other information that you know about yourself. So one such assessment can be found on careersnorthwest.org. So from here, if I choose the careers page and then go to assessment, I can opt to take a very quick assessment, which is only 6 questions, a standard assessment, which is 30, or a detailed assessment, which is 60. So in this case, I'll just take the short one, which is 6 questions. The more questions you answer, the more accurate the results are going to be. So I'll do agree, 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 disagree, and then agree. And so based on the way I answered those questions, it's telling me what my top 3 traits are. And then it's also going to tell me what my top career matches are. And so again, the more questions you answer, the better the results are going to be. And then also it's just another piece of information to use in this self-discovery or get to know yourself step. And from here, you can click on one of these career matches and explore that further. So the next step after you do this self-assessment is to research careers. And we'll go back to Careers Northwest and have a look at that. So IT was a selection that came up for me, so I'll choose that as an area to explore. And then in this case, why don't I choose Information Technology and Services? And you can see it's telling me that I'm a 90% match for this position based on my quiz. And if I scroll through these different positions, if one in particular catches my eye, so in this case, maybe I'll look at computer user support specialists. I can find out a lot of information about this job from this page. So on the overview tab, it's telling me the median salary, which is the middle salary, the number of annual job openings in this region, and I can actually change the region. Say I want to focus in on Clark County, which is where Vancouver, Washington is. You can see that the median salary and the number of job openings changes. It also will tell me the available training programs in this area that are related to this particular career. If I go to the About tab, it will tell me the daily tasks for this position, the education level that most people obtain that are in this role, the different skills employers are asking for, and then if I go to wages, it will tell me what people make on the front end or the lower end of the scale, usually people that are just starting out, versus really highly experienced people on the high end. If I go to employment, this tells me information about the number of job postings there are each month. This is over a 3-year span of time. The different companies in this area that are posting. And again, if I change this region selector back to the wider region, the list changes. Then I can also look at the number of projected positions in this region going to 2030. So you can see that it's increasing over time. And then the different job titles that are used when the position is posted for. If I go to similar careers, it gives me other options, and then again also tells me the percentage match. And then lastly, if I select live job postings, it pulls job postings from Indeed for this particular position, and you can see them from here and even apply to those positions from here. So you can do a lot of research on Careers Northwest about a particular career. So we'll go to a next step here, and that's explore and experiment. So the goal with this step is to learn from doing and also gain experience to help you when you apply for jobs. So the things that we're talking about are things like informational interviews, job shadowing, volunteering, internships, potentially taking a part-time job. You can do it also through education and perhaps getting a mentor. And so some of these things are available through Portland Workforce Alliance, the organizers of this expo. They run events, they do job shadows and job tours, so you can learn about different work sites and jobs. And my organization, Work Systems, also has internships and work experience opportunities year-round that you may qualify for. So these are ways that you can try out different experiences and learn more. And then step 4 is decide and do. So at this point, you may have some idea of what careers interest you. You'll probably have a gap between where you are and where you want to be. So from here, you should figure out what you need to do to bridge that gap. It may be additional training or entry-level jobs in the field so that you can gain knowledge and experience. And that's where online resources like careersnorthwest.org can help. So for example, that live job listings page, when you're interested in a particular position, you can go out there and have a look at the positions in that category. So over time, you'll gain more information and your experience will likely change you. And so you may need to revisit these steps over and over again throughout your life as you navigate the world of work. In conclusion, thank you for viewing this presentation. We hope that it's been helpful. So for more information, visit careersnw.org or worksystems.org. And best of luck on your future career.